I have a couple more bags from Prometics. So they have a heart and they give back, and it's been a total of $2.7 million. So now with mature women, you don't have to settle for just black. And you don't have to feel like you're in a stigma because you're over 50. You can do a lot of the same things that younger women do. You just do it with products that's made and designed for your skin. What do you think of my look? Is this not gorgeous or what? Wow, I think it took 10 years off. That's right, they do skincare and makeup for mature skin. And I love it. And we are going to get to try out some new products today that I'm so excited to bring to you. And one of them is an eye color corrector for under eyes. And then I have a couple of brightening eye sticks to brighten up the eyes. And then I also have their AirBrush primer. So we're going to use all those today, and I want to tell you all about it. I also want you to know that if you're not familiar with Prometics, they have great cosmetics. It's designed for our skin. It's pro-age makeup turning wrinkles into smiles, and it's everyday products made for sensitive skin and eyes, which would include mature skin, and it's trusted by over 2 million women. It's originally developed to help cancer survivors regain their confidence. Prometics bestsellers are now the gold standard for pro-age makeup and skin care. In a world that pushes women to fight aging, we help them celebrate it. Our high-performance products enhance mature beauty instantly while also protecting it for decades to come. And I want to tell you that they have officially, Cosmetics with a Heart have donated $2.7 million to the Breast Cancer Society. We recognize that breast cancer impacts not just physical health, but also a woman's confidence, identity, and sense of community. Our commitment is to stand with women affected by breast cancer, providing tangible support that uplifts, empowers, and reminds them that they are never alone. So they have a heart and they give back, and it's been a total of $2.7 million. And that is just a little bit of the introduction that I want to give you. I have a few products in here, as I was telling you. This here is a brush, and I've got 2 color correctors here from Prometics that we're going to take a look at. And in this bag, I have the PrimeSkin spatula brush that I'm sure we'll be using with the PrimeSkin airbrushed skin primer. It's skin perfecting, water resistant formula for mature skin. I've got 2 eye pencils here, and these are eyeshadow brighteners, Prime Eye Brightener. And I've got 2 different colors here that we're going to work with, so we're going to just get started. I do want to let you know that I wash my face with PrimeSkin's Sensitive and Gentle Gel Cleanser. And then I did use their hyaluronic acid, which is PrimeSkin Magic. This is wonderful, and I've already put it on my face. But if you want to see the consistency of it, it is a big drop. And it's not watery. It goes on your face, and it'll hydrate all day. And I'm going to put that little bit on my face since I dropped it out to show it to you. And you just pat that on, and it pulls in moisture all day. Now you can also do that over your makeup. I also used their PrimeSkin moisturizer, and this is a cold cream, and I really like it. It works well, and I have that on right now. It's got a thick consistency, and it works very, very good. It holds moisture all day, and it is designed, like I said, for mature skin and sensitive skin. If you have sensitive skin, no matter what your age, you could use Prometics. And then I also used their eye cream prior to coming in here. And this is their PrimeEyes Hydrate, and it too is a thick cream and hard to see in there. But let me put a little bit, I'll just go ahead and dot a little bit under my eyes. I've already put it on, but I'll just add a little more. Now, because I've kind of pre-primed my skin with those moisturizers, that kind of gives us a step into this. And so I'm going to get the primer, which is the AirBrush primer. And we're going to try this out. It looks like this, and it's all so shiny, so you may be seeing a glare. But this primer is really very, very good. It has a consistency like this, and it's going to go on and airbrush on, so to speak. And I do have an applicator that they sent for this right here, and you can tell all their brushes are very good quality. If you're looking for some quality brushes to do what they need to do for applying makeup and what have you, they have great product brushes. Maybe it'd help if I bring it down the right direction. So I've got this on my hand, and I'm going to use this brush to apply it, and I'm going to apply it all over. This feels really kind of silky. This is a prime and blur, and so it's going to blur. And I'm so used to using my hands, I'm just going to make sure that it's all over. Now, the AirBrush primer runs $35. And this one customer says, I finally understand why my makeup always looks so bad by midday. I wasn't using a primer. And a lot of times, many women do pass by on a primer. I've always used a primer, and I recommend using them. 3 weeks in, and my foundation looks as good at 7 p.m. as it did at 8 a.m. I genuinely cannot believe the difference. And the AirBrush primer is a blow primer that smooths lines, fine wrinkles, and pores. And I think we can see that that's done that. It's a Blur Tech complex, smooths your skin, makes it softer, and it filters like a finish should instantly. It grips your foundation from morning to evening, and you wear it under foundation or alone. It really depends on how you want to look. If you want to go for a more natural look, you would just put that on with no makeup. And it controls shine and oil. It's lightweight and feels silky. It's hypoallergenic, paraben-free, and formulated with bisabolol to calm irritation and prevent redness. So it may help me with the redness that I have today, which is good to hear. Now, after 50, you know, your foundation kind of settles into your lines, and that's what this is supposed to prevent and help with. And I did bring in a couple of other things. So I've got several things here that we're going to look at. There's just so much to do. But before we move on to that, I want to talk about the Under Eye Brightener Corrector. I've got 2 here, and I'm going to open up the medium tan peach. And let's see, because I think that'll work underneath my skin. And we'll give it a try. And this is how it looks. It runs $35. It says, my dark circles disappeared in seconds, like a filter, but real. I've stopped buying concealer. So now she's replaced concealer with this, and that is pretty dark. I'm not sure if that's the right color for me. So I'm going to see what the other one looks like. I do like the little packaging. It's very chic and something easy that you could take with you. And this is probably going to be the one I'll use. I like to use lighter colors around my eyes. And this is the light to medium, so it's a little bit lighter, and I think that is the one for me. So I'm gonna smooth this out. And I love the spatula brush. Now you can find this at Prometics as well, under their tools. And the spatula brush is a precise application that's flawless, full coverage finish, streak free, and it runs $28. So we're going to go back to this though. I want to talk about this color correction. Tired of concealers that crease and still let darkness show? The Under Eye Brightening Corrector is a color correcting balm that neutralizes dark circles using color science. Caffeine depuffs, skin care smooths out. Color correcting pigments cancel blue and purple tones. Caffeine depuffs and brightens them from within, and the buttery formula blurs fine lines while settling. It's hypoallergenic and it's waterproof. And of course, their products are vegan free and they don't test on animals or anything like that. They're cruelty free. And the way that they show this is just using a nice, I guess, concealer brush. And I'm not sure that I have one in here. Now you can see that that's lightening it up. I can see that in the mirror. In the computer. So I'm going to put it over my eyes as well, because my eyes is where they get red and purpley. And it's already brightened up my eyes. I can tell that instantly. What do y'all think? Could you tell it too? And I can definitely see it when we turn sideways in the light. Front on, it's not as easily detected, but it says they're using it for concealer too, so I might put some right there. I do want to tell you that this Prime Under Eye Corrector runs $35. Now, I do have a 15% off your full order with Miss Jackie Russell if you're new to Prometics. You're more than welcome to use that code. I sure would appreciate it, and I'll have my link and my code down in my description. So now that we have this on, I like the fact that it has caffeine in it, because sometimes my eyes are puffy, and I like the fact that it depuffs. And it's got the color correcting pigments, it's skincare infused, it's waterproof, hypoallergenic, and it's dermatologist approved. So 100% saw dark circles visibly concealed, and 100% reported under eye with reduced puffiness and softened lines, and 100% noticed brighter, more awake under eyes, and 100% found it comfortable all day. So that's all very good news on what it can do for you. Now, I also brought in one of the concealers, because I do use concealers many times, and the reason I do is I want to brighten up my eyes, but I'm not sure that I should today, because they did send me their bright eye shadows. Now, the PrimeEyes shadows, and I think I'm going to go with that instead of using the concealer, because it is to brighten your eyes. And they sent me two different colors. It's illuminating eyeshadow, and this one is in champagne. So in itself, it should brighten my eyes all by itself. Now you can see, I can tell that my skin looks blurred. What do you think? And I can tell that my eyes are they're depuffed, and the redness has been taken away. So that is good news. And I am primed up, and before I put on this eyeshadow, I'm going to use their cosmetic brush to apply their color changing foundation. And we're going to put that on, and I want to show y'all how this works. It starts off white, as you can see, and then we're going to dab it on and watch it change colors. Now, I've got my primer on, So it's all set to go, you know what I mean? And right there you can already tell the redness has gone out of my nose just from me putting it on. But we're going to put on this foundation and blur it on, because it's also going to blur the lines and it's going to cover up, and it's going to match my skin tone as it turns from white to light to medium. And I'm kind of a medium color, and you can tell that's done really good. And again, I'm not always really good with brushes, so I want to make sure that I don't miss any spots, because I think I've done that in the past. Right there I seen where I've had one missed. And you can see that I'm going underneath the color corrector. I don't really have to go over that because it's already been corrected. And you can see that it's smoothing out my skin and looking much better. I'm going to see how this works on my psoriasis. Now I can feel that going on, and if you have psoriasis, you should know that that's very sensitive skin. And it hurts a little bit just to touch it. So, but it did pull down the redness, which that's what I wanted to see if it would. And it did. Oh, that's great. Okay, good, good, good. Let's make sure we have this on really good all over. And their color foundation, I'll have to give you a price on that as well. The PrimeSkin foundation brush that I was using runs $35, and you can see it's got really thick, close bristles, and it's really soft, and it works wonderfully, and I love it. And it's one of the best ones I've ever seen. You know, compared to like a makeup brush like this, having that real thickness and that, I don't know, all them bristles on there is really great. It's the brush over 50. It says, I finally found a brush that understands my skin, no more streaks and uneven spots. And it blends my CC cream in perfectly. And it delivers maximum coverage for your favorite liquid foundation, plus all the best liquid powders and creams with your Pro Age makeup collection. It's ultra soft vegan bristles, which I can attest to, and it helps your products last longer and look instantly better. So yeah, I'll have to agree with that. So that runs $35. And you do get free shipping with all orders over $65. You can buy a set with the brush and the color changing foundation for $79 if you're interested in that. So you can get a little bit of a savings. And they have several things on their site when you go and look that you can buy in sets and kind of get your skincare going at a reduced cost. The color changing foundation is $44. And the reason you'd like it is that it gives you a flawless look. It adjusts to your skin tone. It's buildable. It's an over 12-hour stay, which I can attest. Dermatologist tested and approved, and it's fair to medium skin tones. And it's breathable, doesn't cake, matte, or set in wrinkles. It's infused with botanical hydration complex for smooth, dewy, and a lit up look from the inside of the skin, which is very nice. And it's great for mature skin and are sensitive, like you know. We just put it on my psoriasis. And again, I'll have to say that was not fun for me, but I do cover that up sometimes with a little bit of makeup because it gets so red. And you can tell it really toned it down. Okay, now we're going to go into the eyeshadow sticks. And as I was talking, I have the champagne color here. And that is a color that I really like using. And I want to tell you why they think you should use it. If you're tired of looking older than your years, your weary eyes got you down, we've worked 18 months to create an easy fix, the Prime Eye Brightener eyeshadow for women over 50. Creamy, nothing like those messy, harsh powder shadows. You apply a lighter shimmer shade all over your lids and in the inner corners for an iconic lifted look. Glides on smooth and buttery without tugging, and even on creepy wrinkled lids, it takes less than a minute to brighten your eyes, and it's perfect for hooded eyes because no creasing, no smudging, stays exactly where you put it for 8 hours. And of course, it's for sensitive, eye friendly. It's weightless with zero irritation, flaking, or heaviness. And so let's go ahead and put this on. Like I said, I have the champagne color, and we're going to brighten my eyes. It said to go all over your lid. So we're going to do that now. And it says it's not going to like get in your creases like when you've got a little bit of hooded eye. It's not going to be caking up on you, which is very good. And you can see how it lit up my eyes. Very, very nice. For a nice little glow. Now, I also have it in another color. Well, it looks like I have an eyeshadow or concealer brush here. Let me see what brush I have here. They have sent me oh yeah, it is a concealer brush. So yay! I need a concealer brush. Now I could have used that on this part right here. So let's go back and try that out. I don't want to use the dark. I'm going to go back to the light and just try this brush out. And I'm sorry guys, I did not notice that brush there. So yeah, it's really covering that up, and then I'm going to just blend it a little bit with the foundation. Very nice. Now this concealer brush could probably also be used for eyeshadow, but I don't think that I need it. And I am going to go now to the other eyeshadow color. They sent me more product than I realized. Now this here looks golden brown. This is satin bronze. Okay, the satin bronze and the champagne that I just showed you are both new colors. And it's got jojoba oil in it. It's hypoallergenic and won't cause any eye irritation. There's no tugging. So what I'm going to do is, since this is a darker color, I'm going to see if I can use this in my crease. Oh yeah, it worked out well in my crease. Now I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. Oh yeah, and bring it down. And then with the cream on there, that really brought it up. Very nice. All right. So those are two great colors, and look how it brightened up my eyes. It was wonderful. Now I do happen to have an eyeliner here. And this is the brown. And it just glides on. I got it a little too thick there. So I'm going to thicken it up on both sides. And you guys may wonder why I just do halfway over. It's because I have smaller eyes. And when you have smaller eyes, you really don't want to go to the far inside. You want to go more to halfway from the corners to halfway over, and the same way at the top in order to open your eyes. And then, of course, using a light color up on your lid will help brighten up in between. So we could take this color here and brighten up right through here. As you can see, it did brighten up my eyes instantly. And of course, this is that champagne color. So you're getting a natural look and you're brightening your eyes. And I did bring in a Prometics mascara, which is in mulberry. It's one of my favorite colors. And so I thought I would bring this to the table so we could get kind of a finished look with the eyes using their mascara and their eyeliner. Now, like I said, you can buy all of these in packages. The Prime Lash Mascara runs $28. It comes in like 5 or 6 different colors: black, mulberry, burgundy, emerald green, smoky, navy, and brown. So you got several colors. So now with mature women, you don't have to settle for just black. You can get a healthy mascara. And their mascara has got nutrients in it, and it lengthens your lashes. It nourishes your lashes. And as you can see, it builds too. It's a buildable mascara. And it's beautiful. And like I said, this is my favorite color of the mascaras. Now, obviously, like everyone, I like black. But, you know, when you want a softer look and be effective, this mulberry or even the burgundy would be good for this. And look at that natural look, and my lashes have just grown up, so to speak. And you want to go to the base of your lash and lift up, okay? And there is some theory that older women do not need to do their under eyelashes. But if you did, you know, it's got that brush on there to pull them down and blend out. So you can definitely do that. And you don't have to feel like you're in a stigma because you're over 50. You can do a lot of the same things that the younger women do. You just do it with products that's made and designed for your skin. Because as we mature, and you all know this, our hormones change. And it's hard sometimes to wear makeup without it caking up on you, or, you know, your lashes are gone. You can use Prime Lash Serum, and they have a package for that too. So there is lots of products to use on Prometics that I think all of you would like, including their lipsticks. Now, you buy their lipsticks in a package of 3, and I think it's around $60, but this is their Kool-Aid. And since I'm light and natural all over, I'm going to go with a red in Kool-Aid on my lips. And that gives a beautiful finished look. And guys, you can see I didn't use a blush, now did I? I do have one with Prometics, but I don't even know that I need it. I've got my glow going on. It looks really good just the way it is, I think. But I know a little color probably wouldn't hurt. Now, if you wanted to have a little color, they have Coral, which is a 5-in-1 wand. You could actually use this on your eyes and your lips, and you can use it on your cheeks. So I'll just put a little bit on there, and we'll blend that in for just a little bit of color. And you'll be able to find all these products on their site, and I'll have my link down in my description. But this has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's going to nurture your skin while it's on there. I'm just going to blend this in with my makeup brush. And yeah, I just added a little color, not much. And you could even use your fingers if you wanted to blend that in, pat it down. But I don't even know that that's necessary. And I do have their Prime Lip Gloss, which is with capsaicin pepper or It's made with capsaicin, and therefore it doesn't burn, but it will plump your lips. And if you're not familiar, if you pat your glosses on after your lipstick, it helps keep your lipstick in line and not going over your lips. So yeah, I've got a little red on there, but that's okay. That's my finished look. What do you think? Very nice. Now I know I went through a lot of products here with Prometics, and it's hard for me just to come on here and show you one or two products. Now, of course, when they send me several, I want to show you and demonstrate exactly how they work. And I also want you to understand what I started with for a foundation, because you start with your skincare and you move forward, and then you add on your Prometics makeup, which again is all designed for mature skin. So it's going to be nourishing your skins and your lashes. It's going to be hyperallergenic. It is going to wear 12 hours is what the foundation is supposed to wear, as well as the color correction. And I just think it's great. I mean, it even covered up my little my spots. You know, I have spots on the side of my face, and that Prometics color foundation just took it away. I mean, I look like a porcelain doll, and I'm not. I'm 66 years old. So, I mean, I just think it's great, and I love it. So, in today's video, the new products was their spatula brush, which is $28, and their concealer brush, that's $35. You have the AirBrush primer, which runs $44. No, excuse me. This is $44, but it wasn't in our little collection of items today. This runs $35, I believe. And then we had our Prometics color corrector, under eye color corrector. And we had our eyeshadow sticks, the new colors that they have introduced, and those are $28. And we had the new satin bronze, and we had the champagne. So it's, you know, their prices are comparable to most all other cosmetics. Your eyeliner that I showed runs $28, and they have like 10 colors to mesmerize your eyes. So you don't have to not be able to use your makeup. You can have wonderful mature skin at any age, and or if you're sensitive. And I was going to tell you, I forgot to tell you, the color corrector, yeah, the under eye brightener corrector is $35. So we had a lot to introduce here. And I am so happy that you're with me and that you're interested in taking care of your skin, because you're never too young to start taking care of your skin. And remember, this is for mature and sensitive skin. There is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if for any reason this does not work out for you, you can get a full refund. But as for today and my Prometics and all this I have shown, you can find on their website with my link down in my description, along with a 15% discount if you use Miss Jackie Russell. What do you think of my look? Is this not gorgeous or what? Wow, I think it took 10 years off. Now that's it. And as usual, I wish you a blessed and happy day. Bye-bye.